All right, guys. So love this weightlifting workout we got today. So we're gonna work on a little bit of muscular endurance, but at high percentages. So if you have the percentages, great. What this is, we'll show you a sequence of it, all right? And then we'll talk about the limitations and what we want to focus on. So we got 2 push jerks. And then we've got 2 per side front rack lunges. Shoulders are experiencing a bit of fatigue right now, so just keep that in mind. And then finishing off with 1 more push jerk after that. Okay, and then you're done your set. So this workout is gonna, like we said, fatigue the shoulders. All right, so like to the point where if you're using the proper percentages, you might not even feel like you have arms to do that last jerk, but it doesn't mean we can't complete it. For a jerk, we don't use a lot of arm at all. We use arm to kind of push the body down, and that's what we want to focus on. So very simply, this week, last week we focused on a lot of points of performance. This week we're zeroing in on 1, and that's the punch under. Okay, so how we want to start that off is we want to start off with a nice down and up, aggressive down and up with the hips, and then we want to pretend like the bar's not going to go anywhere, and we're using the weight of the bar, kind of like on the pull under, but this is a punch under. So we're going to use the weight of the bar to push ourselves down and under. So let's watch Em complete a good jerk like that. So aggressive down and up with the hips and a big punch under. Good. Okay, that punch up under and that locking out of the elbows will really, focusing on that will really help stick this bar when your arms are fatigued. So we want that loose grip, we want that focus on punching the elbows and using the legs for the majority of this lift, okay? We might think that the last lift, it's good to focus on that because when we're tired, but if we're focused on that on those first 2 lifts, it will be more efficient and we'll be less fatigued by the last one as well. So point is, all those jerks, really focus on using the legs and punching under to lock out that elbow when we receive it. All right, guys, so our at-home version for those jerks, if you don't have a barbell or even the proper percentages, this one, this sequence is gonna just simulate that shoulder fatigue and at least develop that kind of muscular strength, the muscular strength endurance, sorry. So what it is gonna be 8 strict tall kneeling presses, and then 8 surrender lunges, and then 4 back to those presses. So I'm just gonna show you a couple presses. Remember that stacking we talked about with the handstand push-up the other day. We wanna end up with that nice good stacking, abs tight overhead. Now she's gonna go into her surrender lunges from the bottom. So that's half a rep, and back down would be 1. So that's a full rep. We'll just get her to do 2 so you can see. So pretend that's the end of them, that's 8, and then she's gonna go back to her presses with those fatigued shoulders. She got it. These are very heavy dumbbells, so this is very impressive. See how she stays on tension and she doesn't let her body go limp at all. She keeps her tension in her core, transferred through to her shoulders, right through the dumbbells to achieve that stacking overhead. All right, so vicious combo. Actually, if I had the choice to do if I had all the equipment in the world, I would actually want to give this one a shot. It looks pretty fun. So have fun with it. All right, guys. So today's METCON, very involved. It's a METCON to get you moving, to throw a lot of different stuff at you and see how you handle it. So let's see how you deal with this one with no coach's notes on it. Like, if you want to, you can look them up, but go for it. And we're going to show you in this video today some things that you can do at home if you don't have the proper equipment. All right. So 1 point of performance, because can't resist, the bar muscle up. Okay. We haven't done these in a while, I don't think. No, we did them last week. But just like last week, we're gonna show you the scale to that, or the equipment alteration of that, the seated bar muscle up. If you just click the link below or above or wherever Coach Steve wants to put it, we're gonna show you that link for that one. And just remember, when you're doing the bar muscle up, it's all about the wrist turnover. It's a very small cue that can go a long way. Sometimes athletes will get a big, nice, good kip, they get a good swing, and then they'll get pinned under because they didn't turn their wrists over. Well, guess what? So your wrist turns over first, and guess what follows? Your elbow. And guess what follows your elbow? Your body. So when you don't turn the wrist over, we get kind of pinned under the bar. Focus on that wrist turnover. Your elbows will follow, and so will your body in sequence. Okay, so just keep that in mind on the bar muscle up. So ways to scale it further than the seated muscle up is your good old pull-up plank, where you put your shoulders or elbows on the chair, and you've seen that already this week. So if you don't have a wall ball, guys, we're gonna get our single dumbbell, get it front racked with holding it just like you would a wall ball, and then we're gonna do a thruster. Remember, don't throw the dumbbell like a wall ball. Just stack it overhead and make sure we pull down a nice good full squat. This movement is all about range of motion, all right? And if you don't have a bike for today's bike, we've got something real spicy for you. We've done this once before, do it again. The jumping Bulgarian split squat, as if these couldn't get worse, all right? So on this one, make sure that you've got a good distance from the foot above and the foot below. The foot on the floor, it's all about the balance off that foot and trying to keep that in the same spot when you land, staying behind that foot as you drive. You don't have to go down too low. We just want to get good big jumps, get some daylight under the foot, and you can see it spikes the heart rate and kind of loads the legs like a pedal stroke as much as possible. All right, so some modifications for you guys. Just have fun with this one, attack it. This one's going to be exciting.